Well, give me just a second. We're waiting on YouTube again. This might take a minute. Like always. Just need to verify we're all good. Okay, I think we're ready, so yeah. Let me just fix my YouTube thing, because I don't have my window actually fixed perfectly. I don't have chat and live stats and everything like easily viewable. I just need to get it ready. Okay, I think we're clear now. Except I accidentally bumped the button. I didn't see bump the button to my Wii remote controls, and it fucked everything up, so now I gotta reset. Sorry about that. But hey everybody, welcome to stream. So, yeah. Doing part 4 of Subspace Emissary. We're getting really close to the end. There's like maybe 10-ish stages left. I looked and I don't see anything else, so I think we're pretty much good. Yeah, I'm eager to keep going. These last 2 streams have been fantastic and really fun. So let's just dive right in. So, right. I think we left off when we had Lucario and Meta Knight, and it means we're probably close to getting to Snake in his cutscene. So we'll see in just a minute. Hey again, welcome to stream, man. It's been a while. Let's see, I'm gonna start with Yoshi for a change. And then, for once, I'm not gonna pick Mario. There we go. I've been enjoying the story modes so much. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Been a while. Oh, jeez, what's going on with the emulator? I don't know what's causing all this. Because like I said, the first day it was running fine, and it ran fine in tests. I don't know what's lagging it right now. These last 2 streams have been a lot worse. Actually, give me just a second. I might be able to close some stuff, and then maybe that'll help the emulator stop choking so much. Just gonna close some tabs on my computer. It might take 1 minute. Okay, maybe now it'll be less resource intensive on Dolphin, I don't know. But yeah, made a ton of progress and nearly dumped the story. By the way, I was gonna do Castlevania 3 this month, and I know I mentioned that last month, but I decided to delay that because I had some other stuff I need to finish up, and by the time that I get done with all this, I don't think I have time. I need to get this finished because I'm doing this for World of Light next month, and then once I'm done with this, Pokemon Let's Go is going to be out really soon, and I want to stream that too, so yeah, I'm going to be streaming that. I've got like 4 ongoing games, so trying to start another game and an NES game is not a good idea. I'm just going with the new releases that I already have on pre-order. I don't even know if starting this was a good idea, but I thought this would be like a lot of fun because the fact that this is like a really good time for it with World of Light being like right around the corner. I just wish that Ultimate looked a little more, I don't know, like it looked not as great in the last Direct. Like I feel like the first Direct was so much better because when they showed it then, they had like great character reveals, all these cool features to reveal, and then they showed the new Direct, and it was a Pokemon that not really anybody cared for, and a Piranha Plant. Like, they could have did a little bit of a more interesting last character reveal, but whatever. Yeah, it's good to see. Have you been doing good? Fuck. Focus. Already kind of low on stock. Man, I don't know, I'm having a little bit of trouble thinking today, so forgive me if I'm taking a little bit of time to actually say anything. By the way, I said it yesterday, but I figure I might as well re-clarify just for anybody else who's watching and didn't see. I'm not going to be streaming over the weekend. I'm not going to be doing anything on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just going to take those days to relax, and then stream Monday through Friday again. I don't know if we're going to do anything special this month, though. I want to. I've been really hoping I could get in and, like, get that modded NES Classic stuff started, but the problem with that is that means I need some spare time, and with all the stuff I'm doing, I don't think it's going to happen. I've got Torna ongoing, and then I have a stream of the Nintendo Labo vehicle kit I haven't finished either. Oh, this part's good. This is still my favorite, one of my favorite parts in like any Smash game, just because the fact that Snake was such an unexpected third-party character. You not love him. He's really good. It's great to see his return in Ultimate too. Even better that Konami gets like Snake, and now they've got Castlevania reps in the game. Especially since Simon Belmont felt like the weird oddball in Smash's and Smash 4's roster, since he was like completely missing, and they had all these other really important Nintendo franchises. Or not Nintendo franchises, I mean, they had all these big third parties from the NES days, and then Simon's not there, even though Castlevania was almost as big as Mega Man was back in the day, just because the fact that Castlevania had like 3 exclusive games, and all of them were highly popular and really talked about, even if 2 was lesser so. I kind of have to wonder if they chose Snake, though, just because Kojima wanted him, because, like, sure, he has ties with Nintendo, but I think there's been, like, very few actual Metal Gear games on Nintendo systems. Oh. Are we at the part with Lucario already? Guess so. This looks so stupid. I like how Snake tries to solve all his problems just by hiding in the box. Like, yeah, really, that's really gonna work. Thought he'd save himself from being vaporized that way, too. Snake, we're doing this. This is a sneaking mission, Snake. It really is going to be sad that we don't have codecs, though. That was a great feature in this. And the guidance was cool, but it doesn't live up to the same degree that this did. This was just really legendary. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I know you've been watching a lot of my like stuff that's like older games, and you came by my Mega Man 11 stream, so I thought I'd let you know I am planning on doing one more stream of that sometime soon. I have like a bonus stream planned, so that'll happen sometime soon. It might happen this month even. I don't know for sure though, because like I said, I've got a lot of stuff planned out. I want to go do the extra challenges and then beat that stuff on stream. Not all of them, because there's like a ton of them, but I want to do the Dr. Light trials. Those look like a ton of fun. I wonder how things are going with Capcom and Mega Man now that 11's released. Hey Brian, good to see you. Are you been having a great day? Today's been a little bit slow for me. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, like, the Switch is in a really good spot right now. There's like tons of releases that are coming out, and there's a lot of games that are already out. Like, there's no shortage of good stuff to play. Unfortunately for me, it's left me in a really tight spot where I've got a lot of games to finish. I think the biggest one that worries me is that I started Torna without knowing how big it was going to be, and now I'm getting into like what's probably a 20-hour RPG until I get done with it. Like, I intended to actually abandon it last stream because I didn't want to do a long game, but like, the story actually kind of absorbed me in, so I actually don't mind streaming the rest of it. The problem is that it's another Hyrule Warrior scenario where it's going to be long and it'll take forever to get done with. Yeah, it really has been. It's not been bad, though. I've been messing around playing some multiplayer shit with my friends before I started. That's why I'm a little bit late today, but I do apologize for that. I was intending to start earlier, and on top of that, I also had, like, plans, so I went out to grab some stuff, and I went to go to the bank, and then afterwards I had to get some food, and then finally I went by for what I really went out for, which is to get some stuff at GameStop, and went to get a card and place my ultimate pre-order. It's basically all I've done today was watch an episode of a new show and then just go to GameStop, so yeah. Speaking of which, since I haven't talked about it on stream and I only just recently found out about it, me and my friends have basically been using this new program, or maybe not new, I don't know how long it's been around, but I'll just get to the point, like, we've been using this program called Parsec for, like, some of the Nintendo Switch and Wii U titles, and it's, like, really good for, like, multiplayer stuff, so I figured if I can get that set up, we could probably do some streams with that, because it lets you play, like, games that normally be local only via emulator and play them online. Nah, I'm actually getting Ultimate on digital. Like, I really considered both options, and I've been going, like, all digital with the Switch, and to be honest, with the demo, I've already made up my mind, so I'm definitely picking digital just because I like it more. The only thing that was an uncertainty was because of how big it is, and I don't know, it takes up a lot of file space. I ended up wasting like a day or two just sitting there sifting through all my games, and then when I looked enough, I was basically just clearing space for like internal space so I could store it on the hard drive. Fuck, I'm getting lost. I don't know where the exit is. Maybe this way? I don't know if I've been here or not. Has anybody got like a map handy just in case? Because I'm gonna keep looking. A little help would be appreciated. Just maybe point me in the right direction, since I don't think I can link without making people mods, and I wouldn't mind, but like I've said before in the past, until we get a larger amount of people in stream chat, there's not any point in having mods. I can handle stuff the way it is right now. Wait a second, is this it? I can't go through the floor, though. Maybe if I go down? Out of all the complaints I can give this mode, though, the maze-like structure is the thing I have to say is not the best. Like, everything else is good. Okay, yeah, you gotta fix the floor. Yeah, it really is a huge file size. I gotta say, though, playing through this over, like, the past few days, I'm actually shocked at how much I'm disliking it. As much as I enjoy this, and it's still pretty fun, like, the way that Subspace aged is, like, really, really poor. Like, there's so many, there's just bad decisions made about this. Like, some of the combat feels unfair as hell at times when you just get choked by like a billion enemies, and then top it all off, you got this platforming that feels really clunky because some of these characters aren't very good at making jumps. It leaves for a kind of lackluster single player at times because the fact that Smash wasn't really built for platforming so much as it was built for actually fighting people. Like, I still like this, it's a good story, but the main reason I'm in it is to see all the cutscenes again. It does not do itself any favors by being platform structured, though. Smash doesn't really work with that. Especially if you guys were here yesterday and you could see me flailing and trying to get on that platform for so long and getting like 3 game overs in the process. That sucked. And something tells me we're not quite done seeing the end of that either. Probably going to be at least one more of those. Fuck, it's hard as fuck to see like this. It's so dark. I'm glad they're doing a more... I guess a more streamlined approach, but yeah, like, I like the way they're handling an Ultimate compared to the way they handled it here. Like, don't get me wrong, this is good. Like I said, I enjoy this, and it's not bad, but there are a lot of problems with this mode in particular, so I think just having regular Smash matches with, like, unique twists thrown on them is a lot better than trying to turn Smash into something it isn't just for a story. That said, though, I will admit I was, like, really disappointed in the lack of any type of story in 4. Although, if you guys have looked, like, really close at the way they did the trailer, it kind of looks like they might have been planning on doing, like, World of Light since they'd already did 4, and it might have been, like, a last-minute DLC that they delayed to Switch. Like, I'm genuinely getting the vibes that this new environment is based off of the stuff in Smash 4. It lines up, like, really well. The cliffs look exactly the same. They were used in, like, quite a lot of the reveal trailers and stuff. Shit. Also, I hope that the new DLC newcomers they have, like, actually get trailers. That was something I didn't enjoy a lot about the 4 DLC. God damn, let me get out of this loop. But yeah, I didn't enjoy how 4 opted for giving all the newcomers trailers, but not at the ones that were in the DLC. A lot of them got shafted over. Although it's mostly from the returning veterans, and now that that's no longer an issue, then I can't really see it being a problem anymore. I didn't imagine what it would have looked like if we had a cinematic trailer for Piranha Plant, though. That was already weird enough as it is. Like, the whole time I was expecting they were going to pull a twist on us and we were going to see Geno pop up. Happened. Did we get a new door? Speaking of... I think I've mentioned, or say it one more time, I do not like this maze structure. It kind of bogs down the gameplay. Oh. Wait a second. Did I just see both of them in cages? I thought it was based on the beginning of the game and not later on. Like, I thought the stat issues were supposed to reflect, like, which one you didn't choose the one that Snake got paired with. Or maybe it still is. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, bring it on. Let's do some Meta Knight play. Still think Meta Knight was kind of grossly overpowered in this game, though. Like, not the worst, but he was hard to fight. I don't like the fights here, though. These shadow fight things, or whatever you want to call them, they don't feel like a great substance for the gameplay. Like, they just feel like they're kind of shoehorned in compared to everything else. And while I did complain a little bit about the uniqueness of the mode, like, this being like closer to normal Smash still doesn't really make it any better. Just because if they had like maybe 1 or 2 changes to this, it'd be good. Ultimate really got like the perfect way to handle it, just because you're not really getting anything out of the ordinary. Although I do wonder what's going on with some of these like characters they were showing off in the Ultimate, like, World of Light trailer. Like, it was very peculiar how they started the trailer with like Mario being possessed with by a smoky prog from Pikmin. It's like they put a lot of emphasis on it for some reason as the first enemy. It's like a lot of people think it's going to be like a reference to a brand new Pikmin game, and I'd be happy with that, but like, I noticed that myself. It's really strange how he's got all this attention on him, even though he's not really that important of a character in general. Like, that was a one-off enemy in the first game. And a lot of the characters they showed off were like really, really odd picks. They were pretty good though. It's just they featured a lot of strange-looking spirits. Oh no, I guess I just remember how this goes, huh? Oh well. Yeah, I have. I actually played that quite a bit when it was like brand new, but I don't like either version of Smash 4 to be honest. I think I like the 3DS version slightly more, but the online in Smash 4 for 3DS is... oh god, it is the worst online in Smash I've ever seen. Like, I think this game actually had a better online system, to be honest. It was like so laggy playing through Smash 4 on 3DS. Not so much so when you were playing it on Wii U, though. Wii U had a much better experience, but I hope they tuned it down and actually fixed it, because honestly, losing button inputs in 4 is the absolute worst thing ever, and I don't know, like, even the tiniest bit of lag in Smash tends to really suck, so hopefully they've actually worked on the online quite a bit. I'm not going to be playing it a whole lot if they haven't then, because even though I like online Smash, it's really hard to. I played the Pro Controller and it played pretty well, but I did struggle. I think it's because I was in mostly free-for-all stuff, but yeah. The weird thing is I didn't notice there were like any Joy-Cons actually around like the E3 demos. They were all using like GameCube controllers or Pro Controllers, and also somebody like pointed out in like a Discord server that I was on that the box art for Ultimate mentions that it says something about additional accessories may be required for multiplayer, and you might, I don't remember, it said, yeah, additional accessories may be required, and nobody quite knew what it meant. When I thought about it, though, I get the impression Joy-Con, and excuse me, I'm getting my tongue twisted. Like I was saying, Joy-Cons may not actually be a default control scheme, and you might be stuck with like using a Pro Controller or GameCube controller. Like, I get the impression from what I've seen that default controls are just going to be stuff like Pro Controller, GameCube, and then handheld mode, and maybe some third-party controllers. Hey Wayne, good to see you. Welcome to stream. I guess we'll see what that's about later, but like, I'm kind of don't know what else it could be referring to, because Pro Controller doesn't come with the Switch by default, so that's the only logical thing I can think of, is them having that there for like, hey, buy a Pro Controller, dock to play online as possible. Seems like a really odd decision to make, because I think split Joy-Cons could work pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, I'm getting it. I was considering skipping it. They have the bundle with the Pokeball, and I'm gonna be streaming that on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's hope it goes well. I don't have a lot of faith in it. Yeah, it's just a theory. I don't really know for sure. I'm just going based off of what I've seen. All the demo footage I've looked at, it makes it really look kind of similar to how makes it really look like there may not be Joy-Con controls, because you don't ever see the Joy-Cons used. But what's peculiar about this is that even though they don't really have them in footage, is that when you look at the Smash website, there's like a Joy-Con picture really close by on the menus, which makes me think that they would have to be in, unless they just made a really weird UI choice. But if that's the case, that brings up the question, is what the fuck is this accessory they're talking about? Oh god, that was close. I didn't realize I was about to fall in a pit. Like, there's nothing in any of the footage that I can think of that would be necessary for online play, or even just for normal multiplayer. I can honestly say I'm not going to use the Joy-Cons for Smash, though. While I don't mind the Joy-Cons, they're pretty good, but the thing about the Joy-Cons is I've noticed that every goddamn pair I've owned has had Joy-Con drift. It's inevitable. It happens to all of them. I have like one pair left that are, or when I got it, two separated pairs to match my colors. I got like the green, and then I got the pink as like alternate colors. I like those a lot, but like just a day or two ago, my green Joy-Cons got at the drift, and it wasn't just one of them either, it was both of them. The left one has a slight drift towards the left now, and the right one has like a downwards drift or something where it keeps moving the camera down, and it's irritating. I ended up immediately slapping the new ones on. That's really worrying me too, because it means handheld play is going to be completely impossible for me unless I have to go out and waste another $80, because there's no permanent fix for this shit. I think both of mine are like 70 or slightly above, because I bought them like close to release. I've got a Xenoblade Pro controller, and I've also got a Pro controller. It's just the original Pro controller design. Probably gonna buy a Smash one later on too. Also, since we were on that same topic about Joy-Cons, I really pray to God that this hardware revision that's coming out in like a year from now is supposed to fix the Joy-Con drift. It is driving me mad, and it's actually kind of insane how Nintendo's ignored such a huge hardware defect and not done anything to fix it. Like, it's inexcusable that it hasn't been fixed by now. It should have been fixed after like the first few months of people complaining about it, and it's happening even now. Fuck, no! Why? These enemies are the worst! I want to kill this thing so much, and I genuinely had to wonder if the guy who, unlike whoever was like adding this thing to the game, actually checked. The problem is he's jumping and making it really hard to hit his head, but yeah, I guess I've been doing it wrong, but yeah, it seems like I'm barely scratching this thing, and it does so much damage and kills you so easily. These Greep things are the most unbalanced enemy in the entire campaign. They are fucking terrible. Okay, there. God. I'm gonna die. I don't think even once in a Smash match have I actually ever got my percent legitimately up to like 999. It's usually like when I go to like the special mode and default set it. But no, that thing actually got me this close to 999 just by fucking bouncing me against the wall. At least I haven't died though. It's only a matter of time though, and the exact moment I come into an area with an open ledge, I'm fucked. Like, all it takes is a single little thing to kill me is just something tapping me. Now that I think about it, I have to wonder if this mode was rushed a little. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in it, but like, it really feels like they didn't completely playtest some of the shit in the Subspace. There's just a lot of really weird, unbalanced issues in this that aren't present like anywhere else in the game. Yeah, there we go. This feels really fun to play on. This is one of the far better stages so far. Oh, thank God it's over though. That guy had a little bit worrisome having such a high percent total. I think we've been over this once, but like, God, did they do such a fucking really good job with the remixes in Brawl. This is a sick remix here. Hell, all the Star Fox X music in Brawl is awesome. Wait, what the fuck? Why was she... Well, I guess she thought he was trying to attack them, but he was quite clearly trying to destroy it because it was the enemy's ship, not because it was is of them. That was really odd. I love how random the scene is, though. They just offer him tea when they nearly attack him. Alright, let's keep going. I'm actually surprised they haven't run into a boss fight, though. Like, we've been pretty far without one. Like, isn't Meta Ridley supposed to be up, like, in just a mission or two? I thought he was going to be up even sooner. Oh, what in the fuck? This scene was weird as fuck. There's just all these Game & Watches and they fuse into this thing. Oh wait, yeah, we're at a boss. I guess Meta Ridley was further than I thought. Yeah, here he is, Duon, the other unique boss in this mode. They need to bring this guy back. It's going to be kind of really pointless to only bring back just this Gallium and not bring back Duon as well. Alright, let's do this. The boss music, though... Oh, this is some hot boss music. This is, like, the best part of Subspace, by far, the boss fights. Like, if nothing else was, like, to make it back into Smash Ultimate from, like, the story mode, I would be, at the very least, just satisfied with it being the boss fights. Like, these are so fun to play through. All the unique boss fights are the best, too. Like, there's only, like, 3 original bosses, but they're all really cool, and even the ones that are actually pre-established characters have, like, really well thought out fights. I don't think this is my least favorite of the fights, though. I think, if I'm being totally honest, I recall having more trouble when I fought against Gallium, because Gallium has all these stupid moves that'll trap you and kill you really easy. It makes boss rush mode a pain in the ass. Now, this thing has a lot of really annoying moves, too. Come to think of it, aren't these two, like, cut enemies from a Kirby game? Like, I think these were... Well, I just talked about not dying to it, whatever. But yeah, I thought I remembered seeing, like, a design of at least one of these two from Kirby. Like, there was, like, a GameCube game that got canned, and they had either this thing or Duon as, like, one of the bosses that was in it before they scrapped the game altogether. It's actually kind of cool to watch how they basically had the idea to come full circle and turned it into a character in Smash instead. There we go. And if I'm remembering correct, we're not done with them yet, because we're going to get to fight him in a rematch right afterwards. Lovely. Actually, what the fuck happened in that scene? There were a bunch of Game & Watches, and for some reason they all fused into a Duon. That's a good question, actually. A lot of the stuff that I wanted in, well, there's a lot of stuff I already had in that I wanted, but like, the main character, if I could ask for anybody, is going to be Geno. I really want Geno from Super Mario RPG to be like a newcomer in Smash Ultimate. Like, if not, then Phoenix Wright is another one I really want. And I still don't think Sans would be a good fit. But yeah, I think Geno is a character that really belongs in, and it's really odd that he hasn't been able to get in yet, because honestly, like, Geno has history with Nintendo. Like, he was an extremely unique Mario character in a very, very different Mario game, and like, he's practically one of the biggest third parties, technically. Yes, third party wouldn't be the right way to refer to him, but like, he makes sense as a character. He's the most unique Mario character, or like one of the most unique Mario characters anyway, and he's a testament to how good the RPGs are. I went on that spiel yesterday, but like, he belongs in the game, and the fact that Sakurai wants him in the game is saying enough. Like, I don't want to go into that 2 streams in a row since I've already talked about it plenty, but like, there's more than enough reason to bring Gino into the roster. I don't think I mentioned a lot about Raph though, and you brought that up earlier about what characters I'd want. Like, yeah, I want Phoenix Rat to be like a newcomer in the DLC. I don't think it's gonna happen though. There's a lot of characters Nintendo could pick first since they're the ones choosing the DLC, and I can't see them going for another Capcom rep. Although I hope if I'm wrong, but even then we have the issue with the fact that Capcom is guaranteed, or at the very least, like, really likely to want to pick somebody else over Phoenix Wright. Like, if we get another Capcom character, I have a gut feeling it's going to be the Monster Hunter, even though he doesn't really need the slot. Like, Phoenix Wright's earned it. Like, he's had, I don't know, 6 or more exclusive games on Nintendo systems. I think that's enough to earn a spot in Smash. Like, it's one of Capcom's bigger franchises that's an exclusive too. Like, it deserves the spotlight, I feel. Hell, I think, honestly, he would deserve it even more than Ryu does, even though I don't have anything against Ryu. It's just that Ryu is mostly in because he had an exclusive on the NES, not because of the fact that he's got, like, a really rich history of Nintendo. Like, I get why he's in. Street Fighter's big. He represents a huge franchise, but Phoenix Wright, it is on the same level as Mega Man, really, when it comes to how well he's, like, represented as an exclusive character. I don't know, maybe we'll see him in, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope I'm wrong, though. It'd be nice to see him in, to say the least, anyway. Let's see, who else is there? Oh, Waluigi. I haven't talked about him at all, even though I do like Waluigi, and I would love to see him get in. He's probably not going to, since he's an assist trophy, but at the same time, the fact that Nintendo's picking the DLC gives me a little bit of hope in that area, because I genuinely think that Nintendo might be willing to pick Waluigi as like a marketing push for Mario games, and get Sakurai on board with actually adding him. Yeah, Springman's good too. Springman would be like another pick. I didn't really immediately think about him. I think it's just because I have a lot of other characters in my mind that I really wanted, but Springman's definitely one of mine. It's even weirder how the Springman got an assist trophy and not a full fighter, but I think it's all because ARMS was like developed kind of late into the game's life cycle, and they'd already decided on what they wanted in the game like pretty early on. Like, Springman should have been an Inkling situation where he was already being planned and added to the game. Like, he makes way too much sense as a newcomer. And ARMS kind of deserves that love. Like, it's maybe a new IP and not that old, but like, it's gotten really popular, so it makes sense to add him in. And I hope we're gonna see like another character potentially take the slot instead, since Springman can't, but I mean, yeah, I don't see that happening. It would be, like, extremely happy to see myself be proven wrong there, though. It's just the fact that we may not get another Smash game for, like, 10 years, so Springman not getting in now is kind of bad in that regard. In fact, it's bad for a lot of characters. They may not get a chance in forever now. Oh, I think we're at the big reveal, finally. Or maybe not, I don't remember, but I could have sworn this was pretty close to it. Yeah, I think it is the reveal. Well, maybe not right away. I'm almost certain he revealed his identity, like, really soon. Yeah, actually, on that same note, there's somebody on Twitter made, like, a really good point about Springtron earlier. They were talking about how when they looked at the trophy, and then the assist trophy closer, or it might actually be possible that Sakurai's planning to do a bait and switch, and then the DLC like actually makes Springman a fighter, and then when they do, they could transform the assist trophy into an assist trophy of Springtron, which that would give us our arms rep, and that would actually be a good workaround for not having the assist trophy in the game, since that way they wouldn't have to basically deprogram it out of the game to fix it. And would be nice to have some form of representation. Like I said, I genuinely don't think ARMS will get any form of representation and all if it doesn't get some now. Like, it could be in the next Smash game, but we could be waiting forever on that, and God knows when that's going to happen. Ultimate's going to be a title that's probably meant to last the entire lifetime of the Switch. I can't see them making like a Smash 6 after this. Whereas I could see them making like a excuse me, not Smash 6, but yeah. I can't see them making Smash 6, but I could see them making even a Mario Kart 9, which, not likely, but possible. And then on top of that, then they could even make stuff like Mario Odyssey 2, since that's something that lends itself to a sequel, but Smash is meant to last like the whole generation. I don't know, I think Capcom has an actual design already when they had it as designed for like Marvel versus, what was it? I think it wasn't Marvel versus Capcom. I think it was like, I don't know, there's a crossover fighting game Capcom did that has Phoenix Wright in it, so there's precedent for him to be in the game, and they can work around his moveset from that. I think it was, actually maybe it was Marvel versus Capcom, but yeah, they have a moveset and they have a model they could kind of borrow to base his model off if they did. So maybe Phoenix Wright is still an easy possibility. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Hey, good to see you, Sonic Zuki. Oh shit, I need to shut up. Focus though, right now I'm in a bit of a tight spot. This arena's like really packed and there's not any room to move around. Once this fight's over, we can talk again, because they like to make these really hard little arena fights. There we go. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, Friday's the one day a lot of people have free, so there's probably a lot of streams going on. But I did want to stream this regardless. Like, this is legit one of my favorite Smash games in general. Like, this is just a good Smash game. Come on, give me that tomato. There we go. Damn, this campaign stretches out a lot longer than I thought it did. I don't know if it's because of like the maze structure in this, but like I was expecting I'd be able to get all the way to the Great Maze tonight, and I'm not actually sure if I'm going to or not, just because the fact that I've been doing a lot of missions already. Oh, that's cool if you can't hang out. It's fine. Like, appreciate the fact you can bother to drop by at all. Later, Sonic Zuki, good to see you, man. Come on, let me get down. Okay, there we go. Ah, cool. I just beat that like a few months ago on stream, I think. Or maybe, yeah, it was a few months ago, I guess. But like, I guess if you really want to watch that playthrough, you can go look that up. I had a lot of fun with it. It was interesting playing through X4. Unfortunately, it wasn't the most entertaining because I was having some trouble thinking of stuff to say during that one. Still a fun playthrough, and I enjoyed the game, although that final boss fight was pretty damn hard. Not the hardest, though. I think X3 takes the cake for the worst one I've ever played through. In terms of boss fight, I mean. Oh, I'm running out of characters. I don't like this. And I remember this level now. This is not a fun level. I recall this stupid button thing they did. Like, this gimmick is annoying. You have to hunt down a red, blue, green button and then press them all so you can get down and go through the door. Go down. There we go. I think that's on, and I don't know how well agreed this is, like, but I think the general consensus is that Subspace kind of got worse as the campaign went on, outside of like some of the boss fights. Like, this level structure they've been using for these latest few levels has not been a lot of fun. The mazes are irritating, and the platforming is not good either. And then there's just the general cramped fights that you have to do, and those happen really, really frequently. Like, I don't know, it feels like the starting level started off really, really strong, and then these are not anywhere near as strong as those were, because it's making all the worst aspects of the level stand out that much more for some reason. Come on. Oh, thank Lord, I thought I was screwed. I just hope it isn't Diddy. I am so fucking awful with Diddy. I would really rather not be stuck with him for the remainder of this right now. I hope this is a teleport. I don't want to go through all that and have to reach the exit that way again. Let's find out, I guess. Oh, I can't get it to hold still. I know what part of my problem with controls is. I should have worked on that earlier, but yeah. My problem is I didn't turn off the tap to jump. I forgot about that. I was wondering why I couldn't stop jumping so much in all these other streams. Because I never intentionally do it. It's accidentally hitting the stick wrong. Yeah, they're pretty bad in X7, but I don't know. I don't think it had my least favorite, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's just me there. The one thing that I did remember in X7 that stuck out in my memory is Red. His fight sucks. Oh my god, it is bad. Like, the final boss fight is easier than Red's boss fight is near the end. That said, though, X7 had a lot of really shitty boss fights in general. You're right about that. Like, Flame Hennard is pretty stupid. It wasn't the worst thing, but it was annoying listening to him so long. It was funny at first. Yeah, I kind of figured I was going the wrong way. I noticed it after a little bit. It just took me a second to figure that out. Come on, go down. There we go. I don't think there's any feeling in these games worse than being stuck with the character you're bad at, though. It's not really great dealing with this, and Subspace does that to you a lot, but it's kind of a good thing. It makes you experiment with characters you wouldn't play otherwise. Shit, nope, don't let me die here. Hope they kind of encourage that a little bit in Ultimate too, just because it'll be fun and it'll give you an easier chance to try stuff. Yeah, I remember his music wasn't too bad from what I've heard of it. I think I liked the music, but his boss fight in general, oh my god. That boss fight had me screaming bloody murder at how bad it is. Like, I have never seen such a horribly designed boss fight. It's so easy to die in the fight, and it's extremely unfair. The only real way you stand the good chance of winning is if you have the E-tanks where you go in the fight. It was not fun. Also, I don't know why, but like in X7, for some reason, Sigma was a complete joke. Like, compared to all the other Sigma appearances, I didn't have any trouble fighting him. You can just cheese the shit out of his fight if you know what you're doing. And while I didn't, like, all it took was like a little bit of looking it up to figure it out. Speaking of that, I hope we get a new Mega Man X game sometime soon. Like, it's gonna be really sad if Mega Man 11 has all the success only for it to just be for the classic games and not bring back any of the other Mega Man series at all. I mean, I won't be completely upset about it even if, but like, I genuinely think that we should have the other parts of Mega Man come back just because of the fact that, I don't know, I think a lot of the other series have a lot of more value to them. Classic's good, but X is more fun in my opinion. Although Classic has better quality control. I understand. Yeah, it got pretty annoying playing through the game after a while. The Sigma fight wasn't too bad. But yeah, I hope we get more X games, because the fact that it would really suck for 11 to revive the series, and then we don't get anything in return. That would be the worst case scenario. Gee, yes, finally we're getting done. Does anybody else hate these things? I know I do. These are annoying as fuck to deal with. You get one of them, and then if you don't hurry, they start spawning like crazy, and they start duplicating themselves, making a handful out of a scenario. It's not fun. Maybe I should just get the fuck out of this room. I think they're gonna keep respawning if I don't. Yeah, okay. Fuck those things. I imagine we're finally done, at least. What? That actually worked? Normally in most scenarios, banging your fists against something does absolutely fuck all. Then again, I guess since he's a gorilla, it kinda makes a little more sense he'd eventually break it. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Uh-oh. I think we're coming towards the big moment, like any second. Yep, he's about to reveal himself. Yeah, X9 would be good. It could build off of, like, X8 and actually improve from there and, like, actually make a lot of good stuff happen. Like, I think it could return the series to its roots and fix things up. And also on that same note, I don't know, I feel like it might be better to go with another 2D art style with X9. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the games that were in 3D, but the 2D games looked really nice. I'd say do X9 as like a classic style like they did with Mega Man 9, and for the next game they can either choose or go with another art style that's 3D and actually they have a chance to go and... Well, sorry, give me a second, I'm gathering my thoughts. But yeah, like I was saying, they could probably go and make things a little more unique and actually make a nicer looking in 3D than what they had in the past. Like, 11 looks really good compared to, like, all the X games and how they kind of had not the most beautiful looking graphics, so I think using X as engine... excuse me, I'm getting names mixed up. Like I was saying, though, yeah, they could use the engine they've got from 11 to make some really nice looking X games. Although I've got to say, I didn't bring this up earlier, which I probably should bring this up, though. I generally don't like the idea of Capcom just routing it off on nostalgia and trying to get people by making in the games like way too close to the older games. It feels like a kind of scummy tactic, and while I like 9 and 10, like I thought 9 was really, really good, like I feel like 10 really didn't need to be 8-bit. It didn't really add anything to the game to make it 8-bit. It honestly felt like they were regressing the series back a little bit. And I hope that if they do something like that with another Mega Man game in the future, that they only do it for like a single title and don't do it unless it's just deemed to be better than the alternative. Which I don't think that was the case with 9 and 10. I bet they probably could have made some decent looking 3D Mega Man titles. They actually tried to. I don't know. Now that I think about it, it might not have been worth the risk when you look at how X7 and X8 look. They're good games, but their graphics aren't very good. Also, I find it really weird how this scene in the game turned out. Like, why did Rob wait so long to betray a Subspace group, whatever their organization's called? I'm not actually sure, because I don't know if they actually even have one, but like, he was sitting here disgusted at what was going on, and he waited this long to actually betray them and help out the heroes. Like, he could have betrayed them at literally any moment, or I don't know, maybe he was worried that if he betrayed them too early that they would be too weak and the heroes couldn't actually overcome the evil. Like, I find it really odd that he held out for so long before he tried to join up with everybody else. Also, I don't know why, but Rob is legit one of the most fun characters in this, is despite how weird he is. Like, I really enjoy him. He's good in this, and he's even better in 4 somehow. Like, this is like probably one of my favorite joke characters introduced in the series. All the joke characters have been pretty good for the most part, though. We had Jigglypuff, then we had Pichu, then we had Rob. Also, I guess Game & Watch is technically kind of a joke character. He's also a throwback, but like, yeah, there were a lot of really, really good joke characters, actually. Yeah, okay, I'll try to catch up on the story when we get done with this mission then, since I've had a lot of free time. But it's kind of hard to describe. I don't know how did the exact details go, because it's kind of not completely explained. But the beginning starts off with like Kirby and Mario, and they're fighting each other, and then as it goes on, like, they get attacked in the middle of their fight, and then and basically this organization of bad guys that I'm fighting right here, like, it sends out these bombs everywhere and starts wreaking havoc on and everything, and you start seeing like all these different pairs of characters join up over the story, and like a lot of unique combos pop up, and basically they're all fighting off this army at the same time, and you see more and more of their ranks as you get through. It's not completely explained great. Like, it's hard to describe it because the story leaves a lot of questions. So, like, I'll try to like talk more about it if I can remember exact specifics, but I don't think a lot of people have a good idea of what's going on in this story. It'd be better for me to just like go through and like show off all the cutscenes, which I'm not going to do it now. I'm thinking when we get to the very, very end, though, I'm probably going to do, like, on the final stream after we get the last characters, I'll go back and replay every cutscene just so we can get, like, a scene-by-scene show of what all happened, and it'll be a little easier to digest it all. But yeah, the story here is not completely easy to piece together. It's kind of something where it leaves a little to your imagination trying to understand it all, because it's all really silent. Alright, ready. Let's keep moving. Actually, I think we reached the Meta Ridley level. I hadn't even realized it, because I remember Donkey Kong and Captain Falcon being in that boss fight. So yeah, I think we're at a boss fight again. Sweet, I've been waiting. Also, after this mission's over, I'm gonna take a quick second and, like, pause just so I can, like, look at the mission list. I hope that's alright with you guys. I wanted to know how much further I was gonna go in this to have to beat it, and I forgot to pull the mission list up before I started, so it's gonna take a minute to get it up, so I just want to know how much more I've got, and if I should keep going tonight, because I want to know if I'm gonna have to do a lot or not. Crap, I got trapped. Wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah. Hope that's okay. I just need a second to pause after we get done here. This part looks really awful, but, like, honestly, this hasn't been that bad. Like, getting around this stuff and dodging the spikes there is surprisingly easy. Oh shit, oh shit. I was supposed to jump down. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. That was almost a catastrophe. Oh, please stop. These spinning blades aren't fun to deal with. They do so much damage. Okay, there we go. Ugh. Oh, there's a lot of obstacles today. Shit. Even in Brawl, I feel bad for Olimar. He's a good character, and he has, like, really, really good moves, but holy crap, is he one of the most squishy characters in this game. He dies so easy. Alright. Damn, this is a long level. Like, it's supposed to be a escape level, isn't it? So why is it so long? I thought the point was they're trying to run out before something goes haywire. No, I haven't, but that sounds cool, so maybe I'll check that out. Like, I've been meaning to try out, like, quite a few Mega Man fan games in the past, so this corrupted thing sounds like something that might be right down my alley. Not Mega Man X, I mean just Mega Man fan games. I don't know if I said X, but I didn't mean that. Give me just a second, my throat's, like, really bothering me. Okay, I think I'm alright. Just let me get my window back up. I needed to clear my throat pretty bad. Okay, yeah, that sounds cool. Maybe I'll try that. Never heard of it before today, but it sounds good. I'm gonna play any on stream, though. I'm thinking it'll be like the immediate ones that come to mind are Mega Man X Street Fighter and Mega Man Unlimited, and there was like one more I wanted to try, but I don't remember what it was called. If I think of it, I'll say it by name. Oh, boss time. Let's see. I'm gonna stick to heavier characters because Olimar is actually a little squishy to use here, even though I love using him. Alright, here we go. Olimar would be kind of not that great, considering the fact that I would have to deal with him being squishy and getting hit by Ridley's like really powerful moves. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, I'm on a timer, so this is gonna suck a little bit because I have to be quick or else Ridley wins. Are these, by the way, like, I know they're technically not the same character, but what I was gonna say is, like, are these the same Ridley, or are these supposed to be different in the story? Like, I kind of get the impression the Ridley from earlier is supposed to be like a Ridley from the 2D games, and this one's supposed to be from Prime, and they're two separate entities in the story mode of this, rather than just the same character, because Ridley kind of bounded back from getting killed pretty fast if he's the same boss in this. Okay, it might, and yeah, I know that he's basically rebuilt in, like, Prime, but I wasn't sure if this is the same Ridley I fought earlier in the story or not. Also, I love how they gave him both skins in Ultimate. He looks really nice with his Meta Ridley skin. For some reason, it wasn't present in like the E3 build, though. I tried to select it, and there were a bunch of other skins that I could select, but he didn't have his Meta Ridley skin. That was easy. Rip Ridley. Don't worry, though. You'll get your spotlight in another month, Ridley. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a second after this cutscene plays and check on how much we've got in terms of missions before we reach the Great Maze, because I think I could probably get pretty close to reaching it if I keep going. Squishy's like a fighting game term, specifically. Basically, squishy's like what you refer to a character as when they're like really small and lightweight and they're easy to attack, and like they get more knockback than others, I guess. Like, I'm not sure what the exact definition is, but a squishy character by standards usually dies a lot easier, and that's more than just fighting games. Like, squishy in general means they're easy to kill and they're usually smaller. Okay, 1 second. I've got to open up my bookmarks and like see the tab. This might take a few seconds. So we just beat Meta Ridley. So, okay, we've got... Yeah, let's see. I thought there was a do-on part 2. That's why I was confused. I guess not. It was just a one single fight. Alright, I guess that's not what I thought it was. According to what I'm seeing, we've got 3 missions. We've got Entrance to Subspace, Subspace 2, and Subspace and Subspace 2. So, yeah, we're only 3 missions from the Great Maze, so we're not stopping then. I'm going to keep going. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to finish these 3 off, and then we're going to stop, because the Great Maze is going to be a long section, and it's going to take up its own stream, so I'd rather do the Great Maze in a stream all of its own. like I said, we may not even beat the game in the Great Maze stream. We may have to split that off into like 2 streams just to actually finish it. One thing I don't see people mention normally in this, and I didn't even think to bring it up for this long, but like, for the technology they had to work with and the way they did this, these cutscenes in Brawl are really good looking, and they use the hardware like really well. Like, this is some good animation. It looks really smooth, even though it's a standard definition and not HD. Like, it's actually kind of impressive how much they did with what they had to work with. All of these look really, really good. I wouldn't be surprised if these cutscenes were like made using a third-party software. That way they could make it look higher quality than the game even. Wait a sec, did I just see the... Oh no, that's his actual gunship. For a second I was going to say I thought I saw the blue Falcon flying, but I've never seen anything about any of the F-Zero racers being able to fly before. Then again, Sakurai just wrapped his own cannon up for this shit, so who cares, I guess. Oh no, it does actually look like the Blue Falcon is flying. What? Since when has the Blue Falcon been able to fly? It literally blows up if you go off-road in GX. Oh well. Oh shit, we're getting close to the big showdown. Only so much more. Let's see. I'll start with Olimar. I'm gonna go with my actual favorites now. Let's see. Olimar, Falco. We'll do some Snake. And let's top it off with... How about we do Pokemon Trainer? He's a lot of fun. There we go. This is where the campaign starts to get pretty fun, though. Even though the ending had some not-so-great sections in it, though, there was a lot of good stuff, like just the fact that you get to pick from all the characters you've been collecting over the campaign is awesome, and it's really a nice little treat to just finally get to mix all these characters together. And it only keeps getting bigger and bigger as you go through the story. That said, though, I don't feel like the structure of the levels was much better in the end. Like, this is where the maze structure really started to get overbearing, because I don't think these 2 missions that precede the Great Maze are like that different from it. I think they still have quite a bit of that same maze quality. Oh fuck, get me out of that area. There we go. At least we're not at the worst mission, though. That's the one good part of this. Fuck. So much to deal with. I probably shouldn't have picked Olimar as my first. He would have been a better support character for last. Oh well. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be fun, though. I'm actually looking forward to doing a few of the rematches. I think they're rematches. I think you fight all the bosses again, but like, even though the theming itself wasn't my favorite, I've got to admit, it was really fun, like, getting to this part where you get to bring the fight to Subspace and actually destroy the enemies in their home world. I bet it's going to be really interesting seeing how it's done in World of Life, though, considering the foe they're facing off with is a lot worse than what it is in this game. Like, Galeem looks way more powerful than the final boss of this game, just because of the fact that he had like an army of master hands under his control. You know that's not good. Like, this boss had trouble controlling one. Oh god, this is getting not so good. Oh shit, come on, don't die on me, Snake! I need to survive. I don't remember this being so hard to survive these levels. And again, it's been forever. This would be quicker if Snake's moves didn't take so long to use. Oh no, 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 not this again. Oh, okay, yeah, the face does do a lot more damage. I wish I'd realized that sooner. No! Well, I think we're about to see another rip, unfortunately. No, stop that. Oh shit, no, 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 no. Oh, this is looking really bad. Since we're on Pokemon Trainer right now, I gotta be honest, I think they made a huge improvement when they buffed Charizard and for, like, Rock Smash is good, but oh my god, does Boulder's... Excuse me, damn, why am I getting my words mixed so much? Like I was saying, I think the Flare Blitz is a way better side B attack for Charizard than the Rock Smash attack. It has so much more power and it's just so much more useful. I'm honestly perfectly fine with the trade-off that he loses Rock Smash, even if it does suck a little bit. Ouch, well that didn't end so well. Oh well, let's keep moving. We're almost done. Continue. Alright. Oh wait, are we restarting the whole level? I didn't actually see for sure. That's not gonna be okay, honestly. We've got a lot of level to cover and we died off pretty quickly. Huh. So last time it started off with Charizard, and this time it's Ivysaur. I guess it picks based on who you died with? That's weird. Or maybe it's random, I don't know, I haven't been really looking at it. I wonder what they use to determine which Pokemon comes out in the order, like, characters released. It's not like you can't just switch it immediately, though. Oh, God damn it. Let me get away from these assholes, the boomerangs. Yeah, I think we actually restarted the whole damn level. That's not great. Lovely. I don't know, if I can get if I'm actually at just the beginning of the level and this is like we're at the restart the whole thing, I might actually stop after all. Like I wasn't going to, but I don't really want to do like an hour of trying to get through the same mission, or even have to restart and waste another 20 minutes on this level right now. And I could probably handle Great Maze the same time as this stuff. There's a lot of content left before we're at the end, too. Shit, I couldn't break free. Oh, fuck these enemies. This is a really, really bad set of enemies to get caught between. You got the fire to trap you, then you got metal guys you can barely move in these wind, whatever they're called, Borburas or whatever. They're trapping you in between. Oh, that's a nasty combo setup. Come on, just let me get through this. Holy shit. Okay. Not going too bad. Oh, I haven't even took out the spawners yet. Shit, that's part of the problem. I haven't been doing anything because I didn't realize they were there. Going blind. I am gonna miss these weird little pyramid things when it comes to Ultimate, though. Like, there's something a little endearing about seeing these unique enemy designs. Like, seriously, like, look at these things. We got this thing that's like some weird tank with a snake out of its head, and we got pyramids that are, well, not the most creative. They have a ton of different weapons, and they're kind of endearing in a weird little way. And the sword, or arms, things, whatever the fuck those are called, and the fish that are eyeballs. Like, there's so much variety in the enemies. It's going to be a little bit of a shame that we probably won't get any more of those in World of Light. Not that it's the end of the world, just... Yes, I like these designs a lot. Oh, here it comes. If we don't get this, it's another game over. Fuck, that's not good. Okay, I can probably survive this now. A little more. No, I think we got into new territory. Okay, we might actually be alright after all. I wasn't sure if I had a lot of level left or not. No, no, don't die, please. And I thought that would have saved me, because he was big, and usually heavies have a lot more trouble in getting KO'd like that. Oh well. I guess we'll get back up. I get the feeling this is going to be a little more common in these last missions, and we're going to have to deal with quite a bit more of this knocking us around. Great. I was expecting to do a longer stream than that, but I think I'm going to stop after I get done with this mission, guys. I hope that's alright. I think I'm kind of losing my energy a little bit, and there's only like 2 more main missions left in the campaign anyway, so the next stream we can get this and the Great Maze out of the way. So it'll be add a little bit of time to the stream, but I mean, I think it's probably not going to be the biggest deal if we had to tack on another 30 minutes to an hour in the end. Like, it's going to suck a little bit, sure, but after I'm done with this level, I'm going to stop, because I don't think I've got it in me to keep going. I want to, but I'm actually tired and don't really feel like I'd be able to handle, like I don't remember what the name of it was. I didn't read it perfectly. But Enter the Subspace 2 or whatever the name was. I don't think I've got it in me to do it tonight. Ugh. I'm just exhausted already. On. Actually, I can't tell. This looks very familiar to the last time I died. I don't know if it's the same spot or not. I guess we'll see in just a second. Oh, God, this section sucks. There's so many things to attack and so many things that can kill me. One more respawner. There we go. I can't tell. Is this the... If anybody's paying attention, is this the same chunk of level? Like, I can't tell if we're going past the same exact section or if we've... Yeah, I think we are. I was just wanted to verify, but now that I get a closer look, this is the exact... Looks the exact same. I can't tell how much progress we've made. I hope we're near the end. It's been a while. Oh, not this again. There we go. This section is overbearing, like holy shit, they throw so much stuff at you. I think I can get it now though. I've gotten like a lot further this time than I did the past few. I probably should have picked different characters for this than what I did though. So I mean, these guys have been dying on me pretty easy. Shit, almost, just a little more. This flower looks kind of bigger than I remember it. Oh shit, I had to say that. And then I get smacked in the face by a big pyramid. Alright, there we go. Just a little more. Stupid fucking tank. There. Okay. 2 stock. I'm saying I'm nervous would be an understatement. This has already been not great. Oh, we made it to a cutscene. Good. Finally. Made some progress. Rip Bowser. Poor Bowser got betrayed. There he is, controlling him from the shadows. Our first actual look at the boss. I don't want to say much because I don't want to ruin the moment. Like, this is a very special scene in the game. Oh. Felt kind of bad for Master Hand. You can even see the blood on the poor thing. Ow. That looks painful. You know somebody's serious when they can just clobber Master Hand with no effort. Wait a second, we're not at the boss fight yet, are we? I thought we had to do more. Thought there was at least another level or two. Oh no, there is. You have to save them all, that's right. God, this is a trippy cutscene, like trippier than I remember. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. I could probably go on, but I really would rather not exhaust myself too much tonight, so I'm gonna stop it. We'll resume soon. We've only got like 2 missions left. We'll be done by the time we get it into like the next session. We'll have just a little bit to cover. I'm not likely to beat the whole game in the next session, but yeah, it'll probably be pretty close. And then like 2, maybe 3 streams of this will get all the content out of the way. I don't know what the song is. Oh, that's a good remix there. I like listening just because it's nice to hear the different little remixes. Alright, yeah. I'm done tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. I will be back on probably Monday, maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, Monday's not going to be Smash, though. Monday's going to be a different game. I'm going to do something I've been meaning to resume progress in, like one of the ongoing games. So either Torna or, if not, I'll go for Nintendo Labo stuff that I need to work with. So, yeah. But Tuesday we'll be back to this. And we'll work on finishing up until Thursday and try to get done for Pokemon's released. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Monday, I guess. Later, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.